Welcome back to Clash Team Racing. This is part 5 of the live stream of the original PS1 game. I have, as usual, Jimmy. I'm gonna jump right back in where we left off. If I'm a bit distracted, it's because my OBS was cocking up, or possibly the internet. I'm not entirely sure. It seems to be working at the moment, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Last time I completely forgot about the Nitro court, so we'll be hopping in here first and foremost. I was maybe considering having a bit of a brewski while doing this, but I think I'll save it for tomorrow. And oh, it's a return of Nitros. That was totally planned. I obviously knew that was there. Oh, and this maze is gonna kind of annoy me. And by kind of, I mean really. I'm not doing too hot. I'm assuming there's a plan here that I just don't know about. I'm guessing there's gonna be some sort of Jesus, at least they give you a lot of time. So I was just checking my phone, I had a notification, thought it might have been a message, but it was just Uber Eats. Saying, "Oi, fatty, you've not ordered anything from us recently. Are you alive?" I don't know why I gave Uber Eats that voice, but that's how it be. Yeah, as usual, I have not prepared for this. I don't have a plan. It's probably going to go awful. That was almost smooth. Almost. I was going to say, the good thing about blowing up those nitros is that you can hit a lot of them at the same time, but not obviously not all of them. It seems like it's going to be one of those things where you can maybe manage it with careful driving, which is not something I'm good at. But given that I've had plenty of time and I'm not done yet and I've got fairly close, I might think it might be possible in the next one. Oh, that was some elite strats there. Okay, we can maybe do this if I just don't drive into everything. This is so lame. Oh, I apologize. This is not the type of gameplay you want to be seeing on a kart stream. That was deliberate, totally deliberate. I was obviously going for the strats to get over the fence there, or maze wall. I mean, heck, I'm driving like one of my aunts. Ugh. Which is not a sentence I ever wanted to hear or say. Good to see my accuracy is spot on as well. Playing that much Diablo will do that to you. Speaking of Diablo, I managed to get a full set of set gear of Ina's Radiance, is it, or something like that? Or is that just the name of one of the weapons? I've finally got a full set and I'm quite happy with it. I did have a full set of the what is it, the Dashing Strike one, I forget the name of that. I thought that was doing fairly well. It was kicking ass. But then I got the Ina set and the difficulty levels I was struggling with the Dashing Strike set, I was just absolutely destroying with Ina. Just walking through everything where I was struggling and like having to think about different strategies with the this is going to be awfully close. how anticlimactic. But yeah, that unit set is just ridiculous. So I went from struggling on Torment 10 to just... I've not gone higher than Torment 12 at the moment, on account of... Well, basically on account of the fact when I got the set gear, it was like... It was hard, it was almost midnight basically, so I didn't have much time. And I wanted to wake up for my results, which were due in today. And fortunately, I have passed my university course, which is I'm quite chuffed with actually. It's not really hit me yet, but yeah, I'm done with uni for a bit. What's more is that I've got a 2-1, which is okay, I guess. I mean, like, if I'd known what was going on with me in the first few years, I probably could have definitely got first, but the 2-1 is sufficient enough for me to apply for certain scholarships, which I'm quite happy about. It helps me plan out my next steps a bit better. So now we're going to plow right into the Red Gem Cup. Given that I had just unlocked all the CTR tokens. So we've got certain levels, the red CTR token levels from each world, I think. And you can kind of that was just funny. You can silence the AI is putting up a little bit more of a fight, even though it's just early days. My god, I Ultra Instinct that shit. So, I forget the other red ones from the Red Gem Cup. I think... I want to say Dingo Styles level might be one. There might be a snowy one in there somewhere. And... oh dear. Have a bit of that. Nearly went into my own TNT. And as you see, this engine AI is really going for it. Despite me taking that nifty shortcut. The fact I didn't get that box might punish me. Tactical kart racing. Winning isn't winning. Being close to winning is where it's winning. That made sense to me. So yeah, these are the points you get for the standings. You basically want to come first or second. Any other place is irrelevant. Hopefully we're just going to win all of these, but you're going to need to get first place overall in order to get the gem, which will unlock that other area once we have all the gems. Ah, so Mr. Cave is in here. And away we go. And I don't know if it's just assigned engine as a default AI to beat, and it's just giving him a massive boost because he's already had the boost in the first set. But he is absolutely destroying me. These guys are not kidding around with the speed. that was... See, you never see these guys, the timing. You never see these guys absolutely flooring it to overtake you in the regular sets. That being like the trophy cups and whatnot. Woohoo! I don't know if you heard that, but Tiny just shook that off in a matter of seconds. Whereas it normally takes me a good 4. It even takes the AI a good few. Now what I'm expecting to happen here is Tiny's gonna run into me and burst my bubble, quite literally. But hopefully we can avoid that and keep the bubble, keep that little bit of extra safety net and get another W. Well, specifically your first. I suppose a W could be considered top 4, but for me it would be top 1. I'd maybe settle for top 2. Going good, continuing to go good. Okay, second race went rather well. Look at the standings, Engine fell off like a mofo. Tiny and Engine are still kind of in a position where if they win both and I do poorly, it's gonna be me having to do the cup again, but hopefully we're gonna do well enough in this next one that it doesn't matter what we do on the last one. Blizzard Bluff. You know what, this is what I was thinking of for some reason when I thought Dingo Dow's level. So like, I know what I meant, I was half right, in the sense that I said the completely the wrong thing but meant this one as being part of the Red Cup. I don't know how the fuck I missed those though. Nice physics. Okay, that was not the that was not the way to go. Is it that? Am I thinking of a different part of the course, or am I got the right part of the course but not the right area specifically? So I don't know if it's just the AI being the AI, but they seem to have made Tiny go a bit more aggressive, given that he and Engine are the only ones in a position where they can threaten me points wise. Okay, Tiny. I don't know if I'm gonna be okay with second or not. If I had hit him mid-air, I would have loved that. I don't think I've had that happen before though. Disappointing to take second, but we'll see how the points tally up and whether I'm 9 ahead or not. If Tiny wins and I don't get any points, I'm fecked. But hopefully, well, it depends on the map, I suppose. Hopefully we can get a convincing win. The red gems are of course. My least favourite map. Papu's bloody pyramid. I love this sudden explosion and then the cat noise. I'm sorry, did that heat seek onto engine get me instead? That is... It's not cool. Either that or it heat suck onto me but didn't give me the notification, which I also would not be too happy about. I don't think I can even consider risking the shortcut at this stage, which is why I'm holding on to the Aku Aku for... Anyhow, what happened to Tiny? He just fucking disappeared. Did he get blown to hell by engine? Shows you how much I pay attention on the big picture. Or maybe it's the AI giving me a break or something. Giving a dog a bone. We know you hate this level, so... Oh dear. Here's where the downfall begins. That's another thing, a good thing about the Aku Aku. Stuff like the piranha plants, you can... they kind of affect your racing line. I'm assuming it's going to be certain instances where you'd rather take a more direct racing line, but the piranha plants kind of screw you over. The Aku Aku just completely nullifies that, so good. And that will put us firmly in first position in the final standings. Huzzah, we have done one gem cop.
Congratulations, you've won a gem.
He sounded so upbeat. Like, usually it's like, you earned a trophy. You earned a token. This time it's like, you earned a gem! He didn't even believe me. The green cup, I believe, if I had to guess, I think has Sewer Speedway in it. I think. Or, you know, Rules Tubes. I don't know why, I've got an inkling about the Sewer Speedway's been green. I don't know if I just have the like association with sewers being green in other medias and stuff, but I don't know. We shall see. We'll find out eventually. See that corner? Like, I feel like I could have, obviously when I bailed out there, I was like in a position where, what am I trying to say? I was in a position where I thought 3 would put me a bit wide, but obviously 2 put me far too short, so. Here's a power we've not seen yet. This is the clock, which is the equivalent of the lightning bolt. Shows you how often I've been last. And I can't believe that backwards bomb actually worked and it blew up a missile. Which was one thing I mentioned in an earlier episode that I really wanted to try and see if it works, so I'm quite happy. Unless it hits something else. Jesus wept. Came out of fucking nowhere. Cheeky, that's like one of the worst places you could have done that. Because it completely nullified. It's not just nullifying the boost, it's like you don't get the benefit of it whatsoever. Okay, that didn't go as much as I wanted. I thought that was going to be like a mushroom thing, where I can just boost over it, but the resistance of the off-terrain was not in my favour. I think Aku Aku might have got me across like the strategy that I wanted to do, but I overestimated the NOS. Maybe I was mistaken with the Suez Speedway, because they tend to go by world as well. Ugh. Dear me. I should have just said I am drinking, which would be an excuse for why I'm playing so bad. But as we've seen previously, I tend to perform badly on a whim. It's not... there's no excuse for how shit I am at this. That is not an item that I expected to be getting in 5th. You cheeky bitch! Stealing all my fucking boxes. Coco, you are being the world's worst sister. Oh dear. Well, it's gonna make things interesting at the very least, we'll say that much. I don't know what happened there. Fuck you, bitch! I don't know why the AI has apparently adopted Pruitt and said, you know what? I'm just gonna protect this little tiger first race. Because that warp field is supposed to hit everyone, well not everyone, but it's supposed to hit first at the very least. Bloody hell. I was holding my breath at the end. And there's the reason why I kept the item and just didn't drop it was just in case a bomb came. Like, not that I would have had much time over the reactor if I could have even reacted, but give me a more chance than just slamming it down. Like, listening for the audio cues, which as we've proved in the Digimon episode. I recognise this as a strategy, but not necessarily that I'm good at it. It's a bit of a better start. Power slide. Power slide. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the little giggle. Yeah, he one-shot from behind the corner, so I was not too worried about that hitting. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, given that it's DII at this level, but yeah, that's why I didn't automatically pop the nitro. You'll notice that even though I took the corner, the AI is keeping up rather well. should have held on to the nitro. Flipping heck, they're getting a bit happy. Fucking Elton John's back there. Turning the pictures out there alone. I'm looking at the minimap to see if anyone actually goes over or not, or if they're just speeding up, but yeah, it looks like they're going around. Yeah, I need to be careful here and not fall into any mines or piss off any of the wildlife. What did I just say? I'm gonna have to do some strats here. Or you know, I could fuck the strats up and completely screw the pooch. Yeah, I was gonna try and do the shortcut thing, but thought there was a another boost pad where I thought there was one, but there was not. It was the I need to boost off that one, not the hypothetical invisible one which doesn't exist. Always boost off pads that are there. That being said, I think I've done rather well to pull back from last to second, and more so to avoid that fucking mine that I laid. So it looks like we might have to watch out for Cortex. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to watch out for Cortex. It's it's not giving me a lot of wiggle room for this last race here. As long as it's not Engine's Lab or anything, we should be okay. Never mind, this is far worse than the possibilities that I considered. Look at these guys absolutely murking it. It's a good way to like develop your own racing skills, is just to hang back and watch what the line the AI takes. Although sometimes trying to replicate that is not the best of plans, given that AIs with certain difficulties curves like these guys just tend to cheat basically. I have a lingering spider. The trophy's mine! I did not see that coming. How far is Pura ahead? I don't know if I need to worry about anyone else in standings, but the fact that Cortex is still third is worrisome. Thank you, Aku Aku. Lingering spiders. This is a really bad time to have an itchy neck. It's not really an itchy neck, but I have some of my hair is dangled down from my bandana and is taunting me. He's gonna shrug that off, isn't he? No? That gives me a little bit of a wiggle room, which I'm quite far off. Skittingaloo, my darling. No! See this AI just battling out. I'm so bad at cocking up. Do you go through a lingering spider? I don't know how the points rack up. Hey, we're good. We're good. I was worried for a bit, given my lack of attention spanning and stuff like that. Ooh.
Congratulations.
You won a gem. Moving on to number 3. Do. We're going to the blues. Bing, bing. It's picking up temperature again. I don't know if it's because I've got so many electronics in the mix at the moment. That's another thing I had to do today. I've had to rearrange my plugs on account of... Well, it was a bit unusual. The portable battery charger that I've had for ages was not accepting any charge. So I was a bit curious about that. Tried a couple, did a few different wires. Nothing seems to be getting it working. The thing about that is I usually have it plugged into one of those block adapters. No, it's got like 4 slots for plugs, and it's also got like 2 USB ports on the top. So I was like, maybe it's not the charger or the cables, maybe it's the extension cable. So I went to pick it up to do some inspections on it, and it was a little bit warm. There also appeared to be this is the most this was the most I can't think of the word. Relentless missile that I've seen in a while. Yeah, so I picked up the block and there was... That was a bit too gross. There was a mark on it which seemed to be from heat damage. So I was like, I mean, I've just passed. I don't want to risk fucking burning to death in my sleep or whatever. I was like, no, we're just going to unplug that. We're not going to chance everything. I'll pick up a new extension cable tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, so that's... It's not just the... what you might call it. It's not just the sockets I've had to rearrange, but like... Because I usually use it for the USB ports on the top as well, for the extra charging. It's unfortunate. Like... It's going to have to get chucked out, probably. So it was just something else to do today. Well, rather tomorrow. I did have my old monitor / TV that I was using for games on the side here, but I thought, well, I'm not using it, and I don't know why I kept it plugged in. Maybe I had the illusion. It's in Blue Gem. The illusion that I was going to make a funky ghetto ass dual monitor system for my laptop, but it never ended up happening. So that's now under the bed, hiding. Hopefully I don't forget it when I move out, which seems like something I would do. I mistimed that double tap. I've had the speed and the angle correct, I believe. I need to remember not to fall into that potion because I don't think anyone else is going to fall into it. Now, I was especially wary of that cable, especially given how much shit I've not directly given to people who have set the fire alarms off, but just like in general chatting shit about people and their lackluster fire awareness. Like people cooking at 4 AM in the morning on like grease-covered kitchen worktops. It's just like, dude, come on. You're supposed to be in higher education. This is not something you want happening. Or that should be even considered happening, but here we go. Oh no, that's set me back. Yeah, as you can maybe tell, I'm not a fan of getting woken up for other people's incompetence. Like, getting woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning because someone's been like vaping in a bathroom or something, which they're not supposed to do, does not put you in my good books. I'll put it that way. Yeah, so there was also a bit of a delay to the start of the stream, owing to the fact that there was some sort of bitrate error with getting this started. It was just like staying in the red and it was like update your drivers or something. I was like, this doesn't seem right. I did play around with tweaking the quality of the game output. I don't know if that maybe affected it or if it was just the Wi-Fi acting up a bit. Not the Wi-Fi, but internet in general. I don't even know if I fixed it, but it seems to be working anyway, which is a bit odd. Dragon Mines. But speaking of streams, I decided to do this one. I was playing around with the idea of celebrating in some capacity, like drinking with the flatmates and stuff, but some of them were busy tonight, so I was like, you know what, I'll do the stream tonight, and maybe I'll celebrate tomorrow with them, so there might not be, like, I hate to do this to Yu-Gi-Oh! Streams again, but it might not be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode tomorrow, so it might be a 2-day break. Well, at least I got a boost. But it definitely means I'll have enough packs stored, or DP stored up for pack openings and stuff. And providing I look at what I need to do and plan, hopefully I'll know what I'm doing for next episode, along the lines of whether it's theme duels or whether it's limited duels. Another thing I've just remembered from, I don't know if it's been mentioned by me or in passing or when I've had it happen just then previously. While you've got a TNT on your head, you cannot use your item until you either blow up or you get rid of the TNT, fire hopping. So be aware of that. And again, I can't believe I'm missing these item boxes. It is not something to be concerned with now, for we have finished that race in first. Huzzah, huzzah. And I think we might have this one in the back. This one certainly went a lot smoother than the other ones. Watch me eat my own words now. Not one of my favourite levels. Let's I don't know, maybe I'll try and do the speedrunning shortcut, just because there's no risk of me losing, unless it's some sort of weird mechanic that I've not thought about. Like, it's not just Mario Kart, it's Mario Party rules. It's like, what's this? You came in dead last, had no coins, and didn't actually play the game, and you were just AFK? Sounds like you need 4 bonus stars. Whoop. Swinging behind this barrel. I was wondering whether or not that barrel. Ah, see, that's the shortcut I was talking about. Maybe I'll try it on the next one. But you certainly can't do it that way. It's not really a shortcut either, it's just, like I say, it's the super pad for the boost. A bigger boost than you would have got from using the intended pad. This one here. You get a little bit more of a boost there. Do. And we're looking good so far. Maybe Aku will give me that little extra boost that I need. Okay, I was tempting fate there. You can go across there if you have that boost and you saved it that time. If you space it correctly. Just need to end up watching a crash speed when they usually have that down pat as part of the strats. I do love watching speedruns, but I don't think I can ever do it. Like, I do try and incorporate certain things into my gameplay once in every while. I'm trying to think of examples off the top of my head. Like, just like some of the oh, I thought I was going to get 3 for 3 by hitting the TNT. Just like some of the routes and stuff in this game, and maybe like, now I've definitely incorporated the RNG for the monochrome on shop. Okay, so what happened there was nah, fuck it, I just cocked up. Can I steal 4th? No. No points there, but 'tis nothing to be afraid of, for I've won anyway. Huzzah. Another gem falls into my hands. That's a nice blue for that blue gem. That's a bit... You ever see something like a colour or like hear a sound or a combination of the two and it just hits something in your head, like not necessarily a primal thing, but just like really hits a specific note. Like I don't know if it's related to like ASMR type stuff, but something about certain colours and that sort of thing. Like, the one thing that did it for me as a kid, there was one of the first episodes of Pingu, of all things. There's this one episode where I feel like it's a bar or something, and Pingu's like having a look, and there's like lots of different coloured drinks there, and like they all have different sounds. Like, I don't know if this is like a fever dream or I'm confusing 2 different memories, but I remember like, the colours being just like completely just activating a new one or something. How did you escape that? That hit you, but it kept going. That's some cracking ass and bullshit. I'm also being a bit more reserved with the commentary today, owing to the fact that I've recently been binge watching Patrice O'Neill clips. One of my favourite comedians, definitely in the top 5 of all time. And his particular way of speaking, it does not lend itself to someone of my skin colour or to YouTube streaming. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, sometimes you just watch certain things and like it influences what you say, even though you definitely never want to say those things ever under any circumstances. Good old Patrice, man. I would kill to see what he would be saying about the world right now. Fucking hell. That man had a way with words, and like his perspective on the world was just uncanny. If anyone here is unfamiliar with Patrice O'Neill, I highly recommend you watch him. Definitely one of the best comedians to have walked the earth. I'm trying to think how I'd put my top 5. Like, in no particular order, Patrice is up there, Norm Macdonald, Billy Connolly, Dave Chappelle, and for the last one, I think I'd put Frankie Boyle, but I'd have an honorary position for Matsumoto Hitoshi. I mean, he does his own stuff, but like, because he's part of Manzai, so he's like a double act, essentially. Like just like his delivery and like style, and like the thing is that like, in order for me to properly put him up there, I'd have to have a better command of Japanese, because at the moment I'm just having to enjoy his stylings through clips with subtitles and stuff. And, like, occasionally I'll understand the odd thing without subs, given that quite a lot of like downtown and downtown Gakino Sakai's stuff is like quite a few Japanese comedians that get international fame is mainly like physical comedy. So like, I can enjoy that, and anyone can enjoy that sort of stuff, but yeah, like, I feel like his position is wavering on my ability, so it could go up, could go down, depends. One of my favourite skits though is like the Ma-chan skits, like where he gets done shoplifting, when Hamada gets done shoplifting, and then Matsumoto comes in as the mother and tries to get him out of it. And there's the Manzai skit where it's like, trying to remember it, like, I did like a little bit of a translation of it for English, but like I never got to use it. And it's like, I don't know if you used to know this. Well, I don't know if you know this about me. I used to be a pro boxer. Really? Get the fuck out! No way. I'm like, yeah. It had some professional fights. Beat a few notable people. Like, I don't believe you. Oh yeah, totally. Okay, if you were a professional boxer, what was your Sunday punch? What? My Sunday what? Your Sunday punch. Every boxer has a Sunday punch. Like the go-to punch to finish a fight. Like highly advanced technique. And he's like, I had a tricky left hook. A tricky left hook? That's not a Sunday punch. And I'm thinking like, Dempsey rolls, Gazelle punts, Mike Tyson liver blow combinations, that sort of thing. Like, a tricky left punch is no Sunday punch. Ah, it was the way I did it that made it Sunday punch. Say, what's so tricky about it then? Ah, I used my right hand. He gets slapped across the back of the head in typical man's eye fashion. It's like the audacity to pull off that sort of punchline is ridiculous. And just to like wind it out for that long kind of reminds me of that sort of joke. Like my favourite things is when you extend a joke out for longer than it needs to be. The main example I can think of is the whale joke and the moth joke. That well, it's Norm. The moth joke is what Norm's. It's what's associated with Norm, and then the whale joke is just a very old joke in and of itself, which I think I heard from Jesse Cox first. Although I'm not sure, could be wrong. Again, the moth joke is just something that, like, you shouldn't be able to pull off that sort of joke, but like, that's why Norm's in my top 5. Is that he managed to, he managed to pull off that ridiculous joke, and he did it well because his delivery was on point, and his understanding of comedy was unmatched, basically. Yeah, so unfortunately quite a lot of my favourite comedians have passed away. So Norm recently, as well as Gilbert Gottfried, and then Patrice went like 10 years ago or something along the lines. Definitely over 10, far too early. Like I said, like, he would have torn 2022 and 2020's a new fucking arsehole. Oh my god. Man. Well, I saved it somewhat slightly. But I'm basically in a worse position than I was when I started. And away we go. Losing is winning, kids. Losing is winning. That Coco nearly went off the fucking edge there. Yeah, the items are a bit clunky. You would have thought that given it's a racing car again, it'd have better understanding of elevations and stuff. But it's, I guess that's just typical for certain games. Like, it still happens now. Like, I say now, bad example, but I was going to say Mass Effect 3. The multiplayer on that, bloody hell. Hold on while I set this up. Okay, well, again, it's not the best position, it's not the worst. What I was saying, Mass Effect 3, you could avoid getting insta-kill meleeed from stuff like Phantoms and Atlases by just changing your elevation ever so slightly. So if you were standing on a higher elevation, like so just like in a stairway, you can sometimes avoid getting insta-killed just because the AI would be unable to initiate the grabs and stuff. Because it's very useful for doing gold and platinum runs. Oh, that's the AI going for the shortcut and failing the shortcut. I'm now just deliberating whether or not I do the trick. There's also the fact of, am I in a position where getting second's okay? Can I get second? What will it mean for my positioning later in the next race. And we're just gonna go with the flow, given that the flow that I've had so far has had me fuck up the shortcut twice and put me arguably in a worse position than if I were to just sit back and play. Boom. Que cela sera. I don't think I can be caught with points. I think we're good. So, let's see what this one is. Oh, it's bloody Oxide Station, of course it was. Of course it is for the yellow themed one. I'm assuming some people would think this is like gold and yellow. Not gold and yellow, gold and green. There is a technical term for that colour in my dictionary. It's piss yellow. And it's you just can't put those two together. It's bloody awful. It's especially bad is when I see cars in that colour. Like, people actually pay money to put their fucking cars in that. It's just mind-boggling. Oh, I need to remember not to do that accident, do the hop on account of missing the pad and then missing the jump. Dingo Dal is absolutely fucking flying. You might be the fastest Australian alive. I can't koala bear to see him doing that. Koala bear. Yeah, so there's certain colours that, yeah, really shouldn't use for cars. Yellow of any colour, it should be internationally banned. You should be facing fines. Like, if a police officer stops you at any point for having a yellow car, like, get instantaneously fined. And it's not going to be like one of those things where, like, oh, you've got like a ticket on your car. That means like you're not going to get another one for that day. Like, no, like if another police car, on even if the same police officer pulls you over the same day, you're getting another fine just because yellow is such a horrendous colour for a car. And I would also put purple in that category. Like, if you put your cars in those colours, you deserve the fine. You probably have the money to pay for it as well. Because who has the money to piss away any sort of money turning the car that colour? Oh. You kind of saw an effect there where, like, because I had the cloud over my head, I couldn't get an item. I was randomly rolling for quite a while there until the cloud dissipated. I think it also labels if you have the item, and you'll get the like ticking like clock run over sort of dealy job. I cannot catch this bloody Australian. Completely deliberate. That's RNG. That's totally RNG. Why did you get a rocket in first place? I don't think that's ever happened to me. And this is just the AI being an AI, and it's like, oh, if you do get past, we're gonna fuck you up. Bloody hell, he's going faster than Nitrous. I think that was a good angle. I might have actually got him if the ceiling didn't get in the way. But then again, I think the at his velocity that he was going, it would have put him over the line anyway. Yeah, well, I've like despite coming second there, I feel like I did fairly okay with that race. Didn't fuck up at any particularly in a particularly devastating manner. That's 4 gems down. We are now going to the purple gem. I wonder how this will differ. Given that 4x4 is 16. What's in for this cup? Sounds like a bloody big truck's going past. At least it's not a bike anchor. Ah, hello. So we've got a series of maps here, but we're not going against 8 normal races. We're going against the 4 bosses. Or 5 bosses. Was Oxide there or not? Komodo Joe is taking a lead here. Followed by Crash Bandicoot, followed by Prince Stripe, followed by Vevero, followed by Aku, Papu. I tried to extend that so I can get the Wampas, but it did not work out. Good job I hit that when I did, because if I left that any closer, I would have blocked the explosion. I would have taken the damage anyway, though, because it was that close. Yeah, I would have thought that would. Jesus, remind me to keep those items. Let's see if we can get in a position where losing is winning. Move out, my champ. I think Komodo Joe just pushed me so I didn't knock into the wall there. I was dead scared about going over the terrain there. Whew. I am guessing next is going to be Papu's Pyramid, if I were a betting man. I'm assuming this is the equivalent of a boss rush. Oy, oy, oy. And I have assumed correctly. Pinstripe, why you in last place? So you're walking here? I swear the only time the AI seems to get like a good start is when I get a good start. Now here's the thing. Do I or do I not go for the skip? I'm fucking doing it, boys. I'll still probably lose. But I did it. And I can't believe I missed the fucking item boxes. The thing about Ripper doing this is because he's been subtitled before when he's talking. He could be saying absolutely anything to you on the track. He could be cursing you out, could call your mother a bitch. You would never know. You can only assume. Unless it's like a language version where they actually subtitled the race stuff instead of doing like a dubbing. Wonder if that's a thing. I'm trying to think if there's an example of that in like other forms of media. The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is stuff like see, certain Yu-Gi-Oh characters who are portrayed one nationality in one version of a dub but prefer, or in, yeah, depending on what version. So, I'm trying to think. I think in the Italian version, no, Japanese and English, or maybe just English. Chrono Sensei is portrayed as Italian, but in the Italian version he's portrayed as English. Is that what I'm trying to think of? Is that even an example of the thing I was talking about in the first place? I don't know. My head works in mysterious ways. There's a connection there somewhere. I am sweating up a storm now. Bloody hell. Oh, it's in boss order. Oh dear. Yeehaw! Going down a mine, hey boys! Now you watch yourself for the mine carts there. Kind of fitting, but you fell into some TNT. Ah. I don't know what buggered me up on the timing there to launch that before the box, but it happened. Just missed the cart. And that rocket was a gentle reminder for me to save these items. Final lap. Komodo Joe is not doing too hot on the fact that this is his home turf. Avoid the minecart. Given that it was so close to me there, I could have maybe considered going the shortcut, but I really don't like taking that shortcut. Because like I said, it counts as off to bad terrain basically. So it's just like, for all I know it could be faster, but it just feels horrible for me to do it. It's like, I think I might have this in the bag. Dum, 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 boom, boom, dum. We'll get this out of the way. Boss order again. I can't wait to put my fan back on, bloody hell. You know what would be really chaotic is if this was like they kept their boss powers from their original levels, so like there were all four of them would be firing off bloody nitros and bombs and shit. Oh, yeah, so Komodo Joe went for the shortcut, and I need to keep a hold of my fucking items. Went for the shortcut, missed it, but if you looked on the mini-map there, he went for the shortcut that time, and he fucking nailed it. I'm doing it. The speedrunners that I've seen do that can usually get it in a way that they can just turn in such a fashion where they've got it and they're back on the track anyway without having to take the Aku safety thing. I fucked up that turn something fierce though. commented on it before, but the music for this level is I'm not sure how to describe it. It's good, but it like I can't describe it. It's kind of like its own little bit of chaos, maybe.
Say goodnight.
I think I'm starting to understand how that Aku works. So if you're going to first, and then you drive back onto the track where if you've not gone over, it thinks you've fallen off the map, and that's when it'll trigger it. But if you keep hugging the wall, it'll think that you're still on the track, maybe. So, like I say, ideally what you want to do is get it in a position where you get it into a position where you like get over the wall and you like basically do a complete 180 and you just keep going without taking the rescue, basically. And given my lead, factor in the rubber banding, I think I'll do a traditional lap. Looking good. I've just had a thought, like I've never thought this before, probably because I've not played this since watching Dragon Ball Z, but it kind of reminds me of Snake Way. I don't know if that's deliberate or not, but certainly giving me Snake Berry vibes there. I think that's the name of the road where Goku had to go across to get to King Kai's. I don't know, it's not like I've seen it all too recently. Shows you how long it's been since I played this game.
Congratulations.
Oh, hey. And we'll just have a, before we close things out, I always thought this kind of looks like, from this angle, you know, the judges that wear the big like wigs to stop people knowing their identity sort of thing. There's even like a One Piece character that looks like it from Alabasta, I think. If you just coloured it a bit differently, you'd probably get it. Other than the fact that it's blatantly a fucking Klingon bird of prey. I can't believe I've not got sued out the fucking ass for that. I've not played or looked at the Activision remake out of principle, but I imagine if they had to change anything, it would be that fucking blatant rip-off. Yeah, the one thing I wanted to show before going to save is that we've now got 2 things unlocked here, as one that is unlocked upon getting all the gems. So we've got Turbo Track and Slide Coliseum. We will not be doing them this time, but we save them for next time and maybe do some other relic challenges as well. But for today we're going to call it at that. And I was just about to say, let's see if my memory card wants to cooperate. Hold on while I stand up. Wonderful. I do swear to God though, if this is corrupted like one of my Digimon saves and it's not said anything about it, I will be fucking livid. Especially the amount of RNG and stuff that goes into it. Anyhow, so that was an interesting day for me to say the least. Thank you for coming out, thank you for watching and sticking and watching. I need to update my thumbnails and stuff. I'll probably do that tomorrow or something, as well as doing some other background searching for next steps. Like I said, probably no stream tomorrow. Depends on people's availability and my availability and whether or not I've drank myself into oblivion or not. But Speaking of which, I think I've got a message from my concerned. Oh dear. Okay. St. Trinity is not on Netflix. God damn it. Okay, I will. Let's see. So potentially no Yu-Gi-Oh! The next time you see me will probably be for Digimon Thursdays. And let's see, the continuing the adventures of Rodney the Hoomon. Good old Rodney. I still can't believe I got that to work. Anyhow, look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.